file. Yep. We changed it from 5:30 to 5:45. Might be changed to 6. Do you have his number?
Recovery vessel for the Mercury Gemini mission in space to the astronauts when they came back for the first time. One of those astronauts went on to become a U.S. Senator, John Glenn. Well, when she became obsolete and needed part of the scrap pile, Zachary Fisher took over. Zachary Fisher owns or manages most of the skyscrapers here in New York City. That's the Fisher Corporation. That's where he made his fortune. But he never forgot what us veterans did to this country. He didn't want the rest of the world to forget either. When he found out Navy put the Intrepid out in the garbage, he bought it with his own money. Now we do have a place to go play sports without leaving the island. Also in the Chelsea Piers, we got a sound stage where we film movies and TV shows. TV shows like NBC's Law and Order. Are there Law and Order fans back there? That's where we make it. Longest running TV show in history, Law and Order. We film it here in the Chelsea studios. The interior shots anyway. They're close to the public, but you know, that's where they do it. And you better look at the buildings there with the gold leaf rooftops. The river in the Hudson is actually salty and before was owned by White Star Cruise Lines. You guys remember White Star? They own the Titanic. That's the pier the Titanic was supposed to land, but most of you know she never made it. She hit that iceberg. Changed history, or made history anyway. What most people don't know about White Star Cruise Lines, they had 22 liners, just like the Titanic, in their fleet. All ever made was made from Hoboken, New Jersey to New York, and it worked. That's why we all have them. In fact, look over there at the Erie Lackawanna Piers. You can see that big clock tower and that red flashing light on top. That is the first cell phone tower on the planet. Launched us into a new age of cellular talking and texting. It was in Hoboken, New Jersey. Now, all that outbreak came from the people of Hoboken. Never forgot him. Shortly before he passed away, they renamed the major thoroughfare through Hoboken after him, Frank Sinatra Way. That's no secret. One of his signature songs is one of our theme songs here. New York, New York, by Old Blue Eyes. 60 stories tall. Oh yeah, he lived in the penthouse on the top. Well, 0049 no longer exists. I think most of you know why. Now, if you guys are here when the towers are here, and you got to the top of the northern tower, the one that had the antenna on top, you would have been standing on top of the highest man-made observation deck on this planet. And from there you could see nearly 100 miles in either direction. You would have been able to make eye contact with well over 25 million different people. And you would have seen with the dreams of two of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, behind these tall buildings you're looking at with the green copper tops. And notice how they're still badly stained black with ashes and burning jet fuel. They surround the 17-acre site known to the world today as Ground Zero, which is the final resting place of many of our family members, lots of our friends, and a whole lot of familiar faces we pass in the street each day and never got to know their names. May their souls rest in peace down here at Ground Zero. Now we're going to pass by here again on the way back home, and that's when I'll talk about what's going on with the Freedom Towers. So I'll talk about that on the way back. If you look over to the right, folks, you know this is the Goldman Sachs building, which is 58 stories tall. It's right next to the largest clock on the planet right now, the Colgate clock. It's over 50 feet wide. 22 full-size men, 6 feet tall, can stand across the hands of that clock at 9:15. This clock has a minute hand that moves 3 feet every minute. Let's face it, that's more than most of us. Right? Came here back in 1927, same year as the Holland Tunnel. It's been here ever since. That clock stays behind as a landmark. That clock will see many things in the years to come because architectural laws on that clock will keep it in this moment. It was designed and built by a couple of Irish architects. Now, ironically, if you go inland just a little bit, you'll find the potato famine mining and Jewish architects worked on honoring the plight of the Irish in the 1840s. So you see, that's how we get along here in New York City. Everybody gets cross-cultured, colliding and coexisting. We learn each other's customs and ways. And after all, outside this week, going to all the major cities in America, taking mostly immigrants after they process Ellis Island to all those famous cities. Cities like Springfield. Anybody on board from Springfield, by any chance? Anyone ever been to Springfield? Anyone ever hear of Springfield? Springfield's the most commonly named city in America. Folks, we have 54 different Springfields across our 50 states. Not counting the one on The Simpsons. Now, before we got to that far, the immigrants had to pass by the rigorous entrance exams on Ellis Island. And that always struck a chord of fear in the hearts of every cent you earn for 2 whole years. Sell everything you own that you can't carry. So that's how much money a ticket costs to get on a ship half this size with 1,000 other people sharing just 2 bathrooms. Your ration was a pint of water a day. You were told to bring your own food. You're told that trip could take 2 weeks. Well, in reality, many of those ships got lost for many months at a time. In fact, quite a few of them never even made it. And even got lost and sank in the cold Atlantic storm. So even if you were lucky enough to make it to this island and survive those tragedies, you got to this island that was always overcrowded. You had to wait sometimes several days in the channel, waiting for your ship to be called to be processed, but the supplies left. Eventually, your ship pulled up to the dock. The first thing, they threw all your bags out onto the lawn. They chased you up to the top floor for the first time, separating you from the very last of the things that you own. You ran up those stairs and wondered if you ever going to see your stuff again. There was no guarantee. Got to the top floor, that separated you from your friends and your family.